Hey, what's up? I am Christopher, and this is my first video, so excuse the crappiness. It's from the crappy camera on my crappy computer. You guessed it. But so I'm just gonna be talking about stuff on this video, different kind of stuff. And today I was in the city because I had a doctor's appointment, and after that I took a walk over to and went inside of Trump Tower and rode the escalator up a few floors, looked over the edge, checked things out, took a selfie. I had to post it on Instagram, right? And so I figure for my first video, I am going to talk about Donald Trump. No, I didn't see him at Trump Towers. I saw some merchandise for sale. I was gonna go get a taco bowl, you know, the famous one that he ate and posted on Instagram, but honestly, I didn't feel like spending the money. But so I am gonna talk about Donald Trump, this election, and why out of everybody running, I'm going to most likely be voting for Donald Trump. So obviously he gets a lot of flack in the media, being called every, misogynist, racist, homophobic, everything under the sun. But I don't buy that. I chalk some of it up to him being 70 years old and, a little insane, for sure, no doubt about that. But a lot of it is more bluster than anything else, I think, and a lot of it is hype from the media, and especially the liberal side, but, he's taking his flack from the conservative side, too. And but I don't buy most of that. I think some of it is controlled by Donald Trump, and he knows what he's doing, and he's sort of playing the situation and playing the media, and he is a little hot-headed, and he likes doing Twitter and stuff like that. So I guess he's sort of easy to bait into situations like that. But I don't care. Like presidential. What did that get us with Obama? Or, I mean, look how stupid George Bush was, So I that doesn't really affect my decision. And it's not like Bernie or Hillary have some spectacular personality either, They got their flaws there too. So, but all right, let's start some issues that I like from Trump. From at least what he said in interviews and things like that on foreign policy, he has a non-interventionist theory. Something that I've thought about and discussed for a long time. This is big issue, like why our military is so spread thin around the globe. Intervening in other people's problems, policing, nation building, wars that we get ourselves into, and overthrowing governments that we decide to do, and pick puppet dictators and things like that we eventually topple again when they don't play our game. So we got a lot of problems militarily, and he wants to end most of that, not because he's some benevolent guy by any means, but financially we can't afford to, and that's why he says at the very least in areas where we're protecting interests or countries, those countries should pay for our services because they're not cheap. Supplies are not cheap, and we've been paying for the tax dollars on things that we could be using that money for here. Infrastructure, healthcare, education. Sound familiar? Except this is like a real solution to get the money instead of like taxing you, taxing me, taxing people more, taxing corporations more. you stop spending that money, or you have those countries pay for it instead of me and you paying for it. And that makes a lot of sense to me. It always has, and I like that he's the only one saying it. Nobody else is saying that. Bernie's saying tax more. Hillary, I don't know. She's just part of the crime family, and Bernie's a lifetime politician. So I like at least what Trump is saying on foreign policy about being a non-interventionist nation, America first, bringing our military home for national defense. So we have strong borders, like he says, strong borders from attacks, terrorist attacks. If we were not directing all our resources outward, things like 9/11 could be, more observable before they happen. Any future 9/11s anyway, if there are going to be any. So I do like his talk on foreign policy. Now the economy, that's an easy one too, because out of the three, I'm not excluding Gary Johnson either, but out of any of them, Trump's got the most real world economic, financial experience. He's got $1 billion business. Whether or not you like him, it's just true. He deals with people all around the world. He's got to deal with governments all around the world to get licensing, to build stuff, and he's done it all. He knows how to negotiate. He's got books. He knows how to play the game. He's playing it against the media. That's why he's getting all this attention. And he's not a dummy. He's not, he might be crazy. He's a reality star, billionaire, extravagant business mogul dude. Yes, he's all of that. But he knows how to work the system. He knows how to get things done. And he's telling us he wants to fix America. So I don't see why he would lie about that, and to me it doesn't look like he is. And you know what? Compared to how things are going anyway, or to the economic policies of the others, I agree with that version the most, and I'll take my chances in that direction the most. Bernie's never had a job. He's been in government for 40 years, not very successful at it either. He hasn't passed much legislation, if any. He's just been collecting a nice welfare check from our dollars. He's got a nice retirement plan stored away. Hillary, she and Bill made millions and millions of dollars from their political crime syndicate that they have. She gets $245,000, $250,000 a speech from Goldman Sachs. Come on, how much more corrupt can you get? So, when you start checking off the checklists, it all goes to Trump. He's not a religious nut job. He's not a social conservative. He can care less about those issues. That's why he's always flip-flopping on them. So that's good. He's not going to go make abortion illegal or anything like that. He don't care about that stuff, really. He's probably more liberal on that stuff than he says. And so what if he's pandering to Republicans? He's got to do it to get the vote, and he's got to get the vote to win so he can be president, so he can fix stuff, maybe he's the sledgehammer that comes in and breaks the foundation anyway, because this political system, it's old, it's outdated, it needs to go. It didn't keep up with the amount of people nor the technology that we have. There's got to be better minds out there that we can look to for a better society. It's ridiculous that these three are our candidates and that Donald Trump is the top guy for president. I think he is, but that's ridiculous that we don't have these great minds of science and math and art and things like that we had running society, technicians and people that can build advancements. But this is what we got, and what we got, he looks the best to me. And he also is the non-politician that's going to shake up the system and not play by the failed past policies and rules. So you got to think outside the box. You got to think differently. This incremental change never works. It never happens. You need some real change to like have some real revolutionary ideas. And it's not socialism. There's too many people, too many cultures in this country. You can't compare us to Denmark that has a population of 5.7 million people. That's 1/6 the population of Los Angeles, not California, but Los Angeles. And not Los Angeles alone has so many more cultures. Denmark is a homogenous country. Those socialist countries, it's easier to like please one kind of culture where like 90% of the people believe in the same things, and and there's only 5.5 million people there, a sixth of LA. So you can't compare that to 330 million people in this country and all the different countries. You cannot force this not going to work anyway socialist agenda on everybody, and this ultra liberal regressive sort of authoritarianism, this nanny state. It's just going to be too expensive, it's too 1984. I mean, with all the double speak, liberal does not mean liberal. I mean, come on. We need to rattle the system, and change things. But right now, I think Trump is the choice, and that's why I'm going to support him. And my videos are going to continue to be like this, but on all different subjects. Anything that I think about that I want to chat about and hear your thoughts about in the comments. I will leave some links below, Instagram, things like that. And alright.